I'm Jerry Watson.
I'm Jason Watson.
I'm Jeff Watson.
I'm Adam Watson.
The Watsons are a fourth-generation farming family, working together to farm 3,800 acres of corn and soybeans. But as years go by in such a volatile industry, it's becoming more rare for children to follow in their parents' footsteps in what they consider a labor of love.
I think it's absolutely terrific. I'm extremely excited about it. I am very fortunate, and I feel very fortunate, and I want to do the best of my ability to continue it on.
Just can't hardly wait that he is here. He's very active. He's very knowledgeable, and he brings a lot to the table, and we're glad that he's on board.
I'm real happy that he's taking the initiative to want to come back to the farm. You don't always get that opportunity to be able to farm or to work with your son, and this lets us do that.
I love the fact that I get to work with my family every day, with my father, with my cousin, my uncle. It's a great environment to work in every day. My other idea of the American dream, and that's baseball, so now farming, it definitely has that American tradition with it.
There'll be peaks and valleys in the farming, but it's a good life, and they should do just fine.
Whether it's clearing debris from a seed tube, calibrating an insect sprayer, or checking the oil level on a tractor, making sure everything is running smoothly now can help prevent some very expensive repairs later. If it moves, twists, or turns, Adam Watson and his father Jeff check it, repair it, or replace it.
Because if it gets screwed up at planting time, you're going to be dealing with it the rest of the year.
Preventive maintenance means having to check many moving parts, each one small but critical to the overall health of the equipment. In fact, checking each piece of farm equipment can take 300 hours of their time, with shop supplies costing up to $500 per implement. But with Adam, a certified John Deere technician, the family can save on expensive outside labor that can run $75 an hour and more.
It could add up very, very fast, and it's stuff that if we can do on our own, it's just in our best interest, and it's the most economically feasible for us.
So even though the days before planting in the field are just as long as those in the shop, farmers like the Watsons can't afford equipment breaking down when they need it the most.
Because we don't really have time to stop and fix those type of things.
Some of the characteristics of corn hybrids are stalk strength, root strength, stress emergence.
As a seed dealer, Jason and Jerry Watson must spend hours studying the latest in hybrid seed technology.
Stay green, drought tolerance, ear flex.
But picking the right hybrid seeds for drought tolerance or insect resistance is not an exact science. That's when experience matters.
Probably the most critical choice the farmer can make on what hybrid he wants to plant.
The Watsons' first delivery is to Daryl Rice's farm in Philo, one of their several dozen customers.
Hey, Jerry. How's Daryl doing?
Farmers rely on the Watsons' experience to pick the right mix of seeds. The correct selection means a profitable season. A wrong move could prove costly.
Yeah, I mean, some things will work on one guy's farm that won't work on the next guy's.
But the Watsons say all the learning involved in their supplemental seed business pays off handsomely. Every year they sell 7,000 bags of corn and 10,000 bags of soybeans, making up 10% of their farm income.
Not only is the seed business a sideline for us, but probably the most important part is it keeps us up to date in what's going on for the new technologies.
With the final analysis coming during the growing season with what did and didn't work.
Test weight, plant height, ear height.
We drilled a white corn and yellow corn for Frito-Lay because it does give us the opportunity to get a premium, and we're always looking for premium type products.
Jeff Watson and his son Adam begin their trip to Frito-Lay on their Villa Grove farm, loading up their grain hopper with 1,000 bushels, this time with yellow corn. They can make the 15-mile trip to Sydney 100 times, but it's worth every mile. The Watsons grow food-grade corn specifically for the premium price they receive. But before the Watsons' corn can make some of America's favorite snack foods such as these, their delivery must first pass strict Frito-Lay standards. A sample of their corn is measured for moisture content. Frito-Lay charges a penalty for anything over 14.5% for drying. The Watsons corn is over at 15.6%. And their corn must be more than 90% either pure yellow or white grade. The Watsons passed with a high 95.5% rating. So it was a good delivery for the Watsons. Their corn is accepted by Frito-Lay, always reminded the intense pressure to grow the best grade around.
Quality is a major incentive for what we bring in as a final product.
And knowing that that my son and my nephew are interested in continuing on the farm that we have worked is very rewarding to us.
The Watsons in Champaign County can count back to at least 5 generations of farmers. Jerry and Jeff's great-grandparents farmed during the Great Depression, followed by their grandparents both up in DeKalb County. Their father, Reeder Watson, came to East Central Illinois after he inherited a family farm at the current Villa Grove location. The Watsons say working with your own family means everyone's in it together, but there's not always quiet on the home front.
Personal conflict can sometimes be a challenge.
The last generation of farmers, Adam and Jason, both feel blessed and want to be able to provide the same opportunity for possible future generation number 6.
She'll hopefully be around the farm enough to understand what kind of lifestyle it brings, and if she's up for the challenges to do it.
And hopefully I can continue a good, strong business, and it'll be a very good opportunity for any future generation I have.
The Watsons say there's something about making your living off the land that helps keep it in the family.
And that's kind of a good reward when we harvest in the fall, and we can kind of see our fruits of our labor.
Farming is a large investment.
To grow their record yields, farmers start with buying the most advanced hybrid and genetically modified seeds. The Watsons use 1,000 bags of corn at $180 a bag and 2,500 bags of soybeans at $30 a bag. Price tag, $255,000. And to make sure those crops grow big and strong, the Watsons spent around $215,000 on mostly nitrogen fertilizer, along with some herbicide and insecticide. And over the course of a year, the Watsons will use at least 15,000 gallons of diesel. That's another $52,000.
It is such a big outlay in cash, then you're definitely, typically you have to borrow the money to do that, and with borrowing money there's costs there and interest.
Now the Watsons farm about 4,000 acres, and to give you an idea how much land that is, each football field is about 1 acre. And so the Watsons farm the equivalent of about 4,000 football fields. And when it comes to actually planting, they'll use 3 tractors worth a total of $350,000.
Well, when my dad was buying tractors, he was buying them for $4,000 or $5,000 a tractor.
So if weather holds and with a little bit of luck, farmers hope their initial capital investment will all pay off later.